Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I say good evening, but hasn't been much of a good evening, has it? Anyways, back to Let's Play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. So, I do believe I'm supposed to jump down here, because that door, well, you can't go through it, and that door, well, you can't go through it, and there is fire, so let's try and... I was going to say let's try and jump over it, but you can't really do that either, can you? Alright. Oh, lovely. I can't feed off of them either, because I'm going to die because I walked into the fire. Okay, how do I deal with this? Yeah, I don't. I don't. That's how I deal with this. Okay. Pro tip of the day, do not jump into the fire. I like how he stands perfectly still upon my demise. It's really, really uncomfortable. Okay. Can I don't know, like go up here and then avoid the... No. Avoid the flames. Oh, that time I didn't touch the fire. Just a little bit iffy, okay? A little bit iffy, the entire fire situation. And I guess, by virtue of the fact that they're on fire, I can't feed from them, right? So, I'm gonna have to hit them very, very hard. Let's try that. Let's try that with the axe, I think. The game gives you a margin for error now with HP. What do I do with it? The fire just appeared there out of nowhere, for crying out loud. Oh, I'm exploring avenues that do not exist. Okay. Let's go through here, on fire, like it's nothing. And now, obfuscate. When in doubt, obfuscate. Because then, he will not be able to see me, and I shall heal. For as much as I can with... We got suspiciously close. You know, as much as I can, given my circumstance, but I shall heal. Trigger again, and good. Essentially, I'm just buying time, basically, aren't I? So, buying time for my wounds to heal, and then we shall do things. Great things you cannot possibly imagine. Do I want to fight him, or do I want to sneak past? I don't know what I want to do, I want to save. Stepping out of character, but, hey.
Hey, hold it! Freeze!
Really? Oh, I did not see him. I did so much for heightened vampiric senses, eh? Right, we'll sneak past all of them. It is a viable option, and there are sources of food aplenty elsewhere in the world, so I'll do exactly that. Though I really wish I could feed on one of them. Maybe I can. Was F5 fixed me? No, F5 turns off the power.
Hey, hold it!
You'd attempt failed. Okay. We can't feed off the burning people. It's... You'd sort of expect that to be true, but then why are they burning so goddamn much? Like, you know, you never know. You never know until you try. You never know until you try. So the voices in my head are telling me it's been a bit of a corpse run, what can I say? Whoops. Nearly screwed that up royally once again. Alright, let's get back into character and sneak past all of them. So, I was saying, yes, about the overall experience this evening. About the overall experience of this evening.
Hey, stop right there.
It's been a little bit terrible in that I've gone from one corpse to the next. Out the window, surely. Yes, out the window is salvation. Oh, I'm not a badass. I nearly burned to death. Actually, in my mind, several times I did. With all the calculations. Sherlock Holmes-esque calculations. Yes, that's exactly what it was. It was Sherlock Holmes-esque calculations of what's going to happen. It's, that's what happened in there during the last few minutes. Exactly that and nothing else, and don't anyone dare tell you otherwise. The house is burning down, though. I was saying, from one thing to the next, it's been disaster after disaster. Terrible. Terrible. Really terrible. At any rate, it's time to head on home. Or, well, actually, yes, time to head on home in Santa Monica, but before that we must resolve the mystery of this mansion, and the issue is someone killed a very, very important person, and what seems like a good person. I mean, he locked himself in knowing he was going mad. And I mean, was that his wife, the thing that he did to her? So the wife bit I'm not sold on, but everything else seems like a good guy. I'm sitting in the exact same pose as someone else I know. Perhaps it is him, perhaps he's just masked. There is someone I need to talk to. You viewed the charred remains of Alistair Grout. You should probably inform the prince about his demise. Yes, I should. Probably. However, I want to give Nines a chance to explain himself. Or attempt to murder me. But by virtue of the fact of him not murdering me back there, I don't think he's the type. You catch my drift. I don't think he's the murdering type. He seems more of the, I don't know, not murdering type. I'm not sure quite how to quantify him yet and what I think about him. But he doesn't seem the murdering type. I'm looking for his bar, and I have no idea where to begin to look for it. It's not... where is it? Oh, for crying out loud, I am getting lost in the city in the middle of night. Which for anyone else would be terrifying. For me, it is only a slight inconvenience. It's right there, isn't it? It's been staring me in the face the entire time. No, that's the Skyline Apartments. Empire Hotel... Where? I'm here at the Empire Hotel. The last round is on the other side of the flipping city. Okay. On the other side of the neighborhood, I suppose. This isn't the entire city. That just looks wrong. I mean, I've gotten a little bit into like in-game architecture and stuff, and building things. I've been building stuff in, you know, in my free time when I'm not prowling the night. And that is just wrong. Then again, I should probably not comment on something being right or wrong given my mental state. Am I heading in the right direction? I hope so. That looks like a place you can enter. Getting sidetracked ever so slightly. What on earth is in here? Hello.
Greetings, neonate. Might I assume you received my invitation?
Yes, I just
have
had
been looking
no
forward to
idea I
meeting
would find
for
you
quite
here.
some time.
Blood magics and betrayal and the true king upon his throne.
A child of Malkav, no less. Do dark visions cloud your sight, young one? Shattered reflections of your clan father's mind?
Indeed. The glass is cracked but strangely clear. Yes, exactly. Malkavians see more than anyone else. They just have a difficult time making sense of it, but they know far more than anyone else.
There is truth in your words, neonate, more than you yet realize.
Oh, I
Your
realize
madness
fully, don't worry.
allows you to glimpse the truth of this existence, to see through the shadowy veil into the world beyond.
Exactly. On your head an iron crown, and the jester dances before you.
Be cautious when speaking of these visions. Truth is rarely welcomed by those who cannot see it. There are many kindred who will be less, shall we say, accepting of it than I am.
Wizard King. So I see him as the next ruler of the thing.
Strauss. Maximilian Strauss. I am the regent of this chantry. Welcome.
Chantry. A regent, I understand.
A chantry is a local gathering place for those of the Tremere clan. I live here, as do apprentices from time to time.
Tell me of this dark city of
Let me
angels.
give you some advice, young one. Your survival in kindred society will often depend on your ability to find out yourself what is going on around you. Remember that well.
Very, very relevant considering what just happened.
As for what is going on here in downtown, the word on everyone's lips, kindred or kind, seems to be epidemic. It seems that disease has been spreading at an alarming rate throughout the downtown population. Considering our particular appetites, the local kindred are more than concerned about these developments. Yes,
Dirty
indeed.
blood is our doom.
My opinion is that the local anarchs are responsible for these outbreaks. Their precipitous indulgence of certain passions often leads to such things. Ergo, their need for the watchful eye of the Camarilla.
And where do you stand in the matter? Uncloud this Camarilla.
Camarilla. It is merely a kindred sect that exists to protect its members from the outside world. There are specific codes of behavior that we abide by in order to ensure the continuance of our species. It is nothing more and nothing less. Surely. What else would you like to know?
Tell me of the Jester
LaCroix
Prince.
is a prince, neonate, and a Ventru on top of that. Even if he weren't as young and indiscriminate as he's already proven himself to be, But I say too much. Let us just say that he and I have differing ideas on the use of power.
Ah. Put your trust in this shattered psyche, Wizard King.
I have overstepped my bounds. I will say no more.
Understandable. One more thing.
Of course.
Perhaps I may probe the problem of this plague. Yes,
An
I'm
interesting
unable to speak.
proposition. If you succeed in finding the cause of this epidemic and putting an end to it, I will compensate you appropriately for your efforts.
I shall do this
Very
deed.
well.
Very well. I think I know of the plague that you speak. This shattered psyche, and this broken and yet oh so clear mind, I believe knows exactly what is going on here. Right. There's a maze in there. Upstairs room is locked. Okay. I believe I know what this is about, and I don't think it's the Anarch. Well, you never know, but I don't think it's the Anarchs. So, this is the same plague for the Camarilla as well as the Anarchs. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. I mean, the Anarchs sent me to get rid of the plague, and now the Camarilla sent me to get, well, rid of the plague. So get rid of the plague I must, apparently, because it's larger than the Camarilla or the Anarchs, or at least is beyond them. But that's all fine. There is another problem that plagues this shattered mind. You are here, and you need to be not here. Wait. Nine is the last round, right? Yes. So here, I think. I'm horribly lost in a city. It's embarrassing. Through here and then out the other end. And the last round reveals itself not. Somewhere in this city is a bar called The Last Round, and I have no bloody clue where it is. I found it. Never mind. Never mind. Found it. Alright. Where is he? Oh god, no, 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 no. Stop, 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 stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We have to do it like this. Cammy. Never mind. You look like seeing a ghost. Where is he with the name of numbers? He went to go look into something. I saw your street prints at the Primogen's palace. Nines may have nixed the pathological Primogen. I don't know if you've put up to this or what, but you best not be saying that shit too loud. Camarilla, that's not our only concern, you know. They're not our only concern, you know. I can only trust the retained rightness of my retinas, yes. Ghoulish Patty is no longer a problem, yes. Yes. We spoke of the Noble Nines. Nines negated the mad... Well, we spoke of the Noble Nines. Nines was walking away from a pile of Malkavian ashes. I think you saw Nines. I saw Nines. I talked to the man. The veil of madness is often mysterious. My eyes tell no lies. It may be such a shank. Underhanded shit like this catches up to you, usually gets paid back in creative and painful ways. The jester will find this a tantalizing twist. Shall I share this? You do what you gotta do. Don't tell me you do what you gotta do. Nines was in there. I'm gonna tell the prince. I can exit through the window here? Or, as a matter of fact, enter through the window. There. Let's remember that, because that might be useful. Let's remember that. Now, let's go and tell the prince, because, well, I gave... Yes, I did. I gave Nines 2 chances of explaining himself. On the spot, and back here. He's avoiding me. Well, maybe not, but what am I to think? Like, blindly trust him? Because, to my mind, he killed that man. Who else? Right. And this is not for a lack of people capable, or indeed vampires capable, or any other type of monster capable, really. Oh, someone burnt the burgers. Send me to the graph. Right, penthouse floor. Now, fine. Oh,
The Primogens still haven't been contacted by Grout. I thought I made it clear that you are not supposed to come back until we had heard from him.
we no longer hear the voice.
Grout's dead. What?
Who is Bach? Why does he want to set me on fire?
Fuck! Every time I think he's lost the scent. So, Buck killed Grout to draw me out.
No, Bach did not.
Bach is a hunter. They stalk and kill our kind to appease their god. But like many mortals, their so-called faith is nothing but a conduit through which they quench their killing urge. Who else would have killed Grout?
Grout minus Bach equals 9s. He was the sum I saw first.
Look at me.
Assume.
Are you sure it was Nines Rodriguez? Because if it was, the consequences... Do you know where this might lead? Do you really have any idea?
He killed a member of the council. Yes, I know. This one does not know, but he knows something was not 9s. I have no idea what that means, so usually I'm going to go with that.
It means, under most circumstances, I would call a blood hunt on the murderer immediately. However, the anarchs of this city may interpret such an action to be a declaration of war. I do not want a war with them. This decision will take some time. I need to confer with the Primogen on this. In the meantime, I've come to a decision on the Ankaran sarcophagus, and I believe that for the safety of the inhabitants of this city, we need to place the sarcophagus under Camarilla protection until its contents can be confirmed.
And I would agree.
You don't like me. I can be a bit harsh at times, but you must remember, the responsibility of this city's kindred rests on my shoulders. So naturally, I cannot always be a patient man. But you have been of service, and it is appreciated. This also is very important, so I need to call upon your skill once more. The Ankaran sarcophagus was quietly delivered to the Museum of Natural History a few hours ago. I would like you to bring it back here for safekeeping. Let me finish. The manifest from the Dane shows there was a small box from the same dig on board, but it was listed as missing. Keep an eye open for it. It may have been overlooked. It's crucial we get the sarcophagus in our possession within the next few hours. Here are the keys to the front door of the museum. The sarcophagus should be in an examination room of some sort. There's a small security staff on site, but I don't want a massacre. Mortals are just as easy to deceive as they are to kill.
Very well. Bury the keys, for I will fly to the roof. But first my mind wanders something. Another way will open without keys. The task will have to wait me, though. Alright.
1 or 2, but that's all. My history with that
What about
family
Bach?
dates back to Bach's grandfather, who pursued me into Africa, where I killed him. Bach's father tracked me to London to meet his death. And now Bach and the Society of Leopold have followed me across America. They never learn.
Ah, who is Leopold?
Witch hunters. An anachronistic holdover from the Middle Ages. They are inquisitors, whose fanaticism has convinced them that their triumph over the supernatural will save mankind and secure them a cushy spot in heaven.
Ah, right. Well, I'm not surprised. I will take the script to the museum now.
There is a degree of immediacy attached to this task. Work fast. And, as on the Dane, you are not to open the Ankaran sarcophagus for any reason. Excuse me.
Oh, no. Don't you worry. The arcane sarcophagus will not... That's very cool. Will not be opened ever. And this shattered mind sees not much, but what it did see is every single nook and cranny of this glass castle in his mind, showing him that the arcane sarcophagus is not to be opened, lest we unleash the end of the world. Not to sound too dramatic, but you know, could be some drama there. Now, the question is, well, we need to go and get to go to the plague first. Next, Giovanni Mansion and the museum. So we're going to find one fetish in the museum and then the other in the Giovanni Mansion. That's all fine and dandy. Along with Pestilence, we're going to look to take care of that. Come of Death and Mud Hunt, bloody mess. Okay, so I must venture into the sewers then to find the cause of this plague, and I believe that is the cause of the plague, basically. That which is in the sewers. Information I've gathered. Nearly attacked him. I believe that is the answer to all my problems in the sewers. Yes. Right out loud. Is there no one isolated and alone? Well, you will be, sort of, soon. Right, I shall return though when I'm in the sewers. Oh, and obviously until then, farewell. Goodbye. Good night.